Real quick, just want to start off, just touch on something real quick. I'm currently on vacation and I have not been able to watch a single game of the NBA Finals. What I wanted to do was like make like a review of every game, tell you what's going on, but I can't because the channels aren't even working. So I just want to tell you that right now. But from what I can see right now, it seems like a kind of an even match series. If you're gonna ask me who I think is gonna win, I think it's gonna be the Bucks. I just don't think the Suns are that legit. So yeah, I just want to touch on that real quick. Let me get into the actual video. I'm gonna start off talking about Kawhi because that's what's happened more recently. Kawhi partially tore his ACL in the playoffs a couple weeks ago, and he decided to get the surgery instead of just letting it heal by itself. A lot of people's kind of been wondering if it's just a partial ACL tear, why is he going to be out for at least 9 months? It's because he decided to take the surgery, which I can't really, blame him for because he has had a lot of injuries, and it just makes more sense to get the surgery just to make sure that your body's 100%, to not get further complications in the future. So I understand that, and it's going to take longer to recover from surgery. So yeah, that's why. And a lot of people think it's a selfish move because, he could have been back, I'm going to assume like halfway between the season or something like that. And now it's looking like he's going to come back either closer to the end or just for the playoffs. Yeah, but, I won't really say he's selfish because of that. I would just say he's trying to take care of his body, and I completely understand that. However, where I will personally take issue with Kawhi Leonard is if he decides to leave the Los Angeles Clippers. I just think that you made them give up way too much just for you to go 2 years, do absolutely nothing, and leave. I feel like you still owe the Clippers a lot. Like Paul George, even though Paul George got that, $40 million something dollar contract, at least he stayed. At least he's gonna keep giving them the services because they did give up a whole lot for him. But who's really responsible for that? Kawhi Leonard. I feel like if you're gonna do all of that, you should stay. You shouldn't go try to go make a super team, even though I keep saying, oh yeah, I want it for the Warriors. Realistically, I don't really want that to happen because, again, I don't want people to say Steph can't win another super team. I don't want all of that. And I just think that Kawhi should just go back to the Clippers, wait it out, come back in either the playoffs or next season, whatever, and just stay there for the rest of his career. I don't want Kawhi to cop out, go either build a super team, because wherever Kawhi goes, let's be honest, it's a super team, kind of. Well, he could go to the Knicks. He could go to, like, the Mavericks. The Mavericks would be a super team, I would say. The Knicks wouldn't be so much of a super team. The Heat would have Jimmy, Kawhi, and Bam, and whatever Tyler Hero's going to be in 2 years, I guess. And, maybe those are not too overpowered, but still, it would just be like a weak move on Kawhi Leonard's half, and I just wouldn't want to see that happen. I think Kawhi really wants to prove he's that guy. Go win the Clippers a championship. That's your hometown. They've never made it out the conference finals. Just go there and just win. I guess in 2 years. Maybe he never wins again, but that should be the price that you pay because you decided to go there. You told him to give up all this for Paul George. You did all of that, and now you just cannot just leave and just say, to hell with this. They're not winning nothing. When you were the one that basically built this team and made them do all of this for you, so you can't just cop out and just leave and just dip and go make a super team somewhere and go do something stupid like that. So that's pretty much all I have on Kawhi. I honestly, I'll be disappointed if he does leave, but will I hate him for it? I don't think I'll hate him for it. I don't think I'll dislike him any more than I do now, but I just think it would be a weak move. But this other guy I'm about to talk about, Damian Lillard, I would actually not like him for what he does in these coming weeks. Damian Lillard, I believe it was 2 years ago, signed a Supermax extension. That's 5 years, gets paid, I think, up to like $50 million in the last year, something crazy like that. And when you sign that type of contract, you are saying, whatever you guys do, I am here for you. I don't really care what happens. It's either we win a championship or we don't. I want to stay with this team. I'm going to try my hardest. That's what I'm going to do. And I think he even said that. I think he said he'd rather never win a championship than go cop out to another team. Or maybe I'm getting that confused with Bradley Beal. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he said something like that. And when you sign this type of contract, you are locking yourself in with this team. You know exactly what you're doing. And now it's coming out that Damian Lillard is going to request a trade in the coming days. And honestly, I am sick. I am sick to hear something like this, because now you're putting the team in this awkward situation of having this superstar who does not want to be there, who probably isn't going to be, has his whole heart into the season. He's probably not even going to play as well. Maybe I don't know if Damian Lillard is that type of guy to like tank his value, but now you're going to have this guy who the teammates know doesn't really want to be there, and they're going to ruin, like the team chemistry. It's not going to be the same anymore because they know that this guy doesn't want to be here. So now it's like, if you knew that the chances of just magically getting a championship team in the next, 2 years since he signed that contract, if you knew that there wasn't a chance of them magically becoming a championship team, why did you sign that contract? Just for the money, right? So I'm thinking that Damian Lillard just signed this contract for the money, knew very much that the Trailblazers were not going to be able to do what they did. But because, he's a Trailblazer for life, he wants to be just like Dirk. He wants to be just like Kobe and all that. When really and truly, he just wanted the money. He just wanted that big Supermax deal just to request a trade. But now you have, I believe it's 4 more years left on the contract. Good luck getting traded from that team, because the Trailblazers are not going to sell low on Dame at all. If the right trade package doesn't come this offseason, he's not going nowhere. If it's not coming next offseason, he's not going nowhere. They have at least 3 more years actually, to get Dame out of Portland. And, just putting that pressure on the franchise just makes no sense, and it's just so unfair to them. I get it, as a player, you could do whatever you want, I guess, be wherever you want to be, but you cannot commit yourself. It's almost like Kevin Love. You knew LeBron was leaving, you still signed that mega huge contract all because you wanted the money. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Dame just needs to, is it wrong if you request a trade? It's not actually wrong, but it's still ethical wise, I think that's the word. It's wrong to just backstab the franchise like that, especially after you basically said, I want to be here. This money is, I guess, enough for me to stay here, or, I just love it so much here. But really and truly, you just wanted to stay there to get the big bucks and go on. So, I'm not going to speculate on what teams he's going to go to. I'm hearing the Knicks or whatever, but, it's just disappointing. I'll just be disappointed in both these guys. They turn their back on the franchises that did so much for them.